Y'all know nothing about this. You need to pay attention. Sit back and relax. It's time for Goodall's Country Kitchen.
All right, I'm in historic downtown Corydon, Indiana.
I love you, buddy.
Appreciate it. All right, take two. I'm in historic downtown Corydon, Indiana, and today I'm at Karv Butcher Shop. How appropriate. It's Halloween day, and I'm over here with a meat cleaver over my head at a place called Karv. But anyway, that aside, it comes highly recommended. It's got a 4.9 Google rating, which is almost unheard of. Whenever you see a 4.9 Google rating, it's worth traveling to go visit. So, but before I get going, I need everybody to hit that subscribe button, notification bell. That's the best way you can help support my efforts here. And also, stick around for the end of the video because it's going to be part 2 on my mini series of John Hunt Morgan's raid across Kentucky, Indiana, and Ohio. The Battle of Corydon was a very significant part in the story of John Hunt Morgan's raid. So you definitely want to stick around for that. Corydon is so full of history, it's unbelievable. The downtown is just as it was in the 1800s. It's like a walk through time full of shops, restaurants. There's several other restaurants that have really good food here. And this is just the first one that I'm having a chance to stop at. I'm sure there's going to be more to come. And also I'm going to be going to Hinkle's Hamburgers in Madison here in the next week or two. So make sure you stick around for that one. That's going to be part 3 of the John Hunt Morgan series. All right, of course, Karv Butcher, not just a butcher shop. They have a restaurant known for really good burgers. They grind their own meat, cut their own steaks, aged beef. They also have adult beverages here and a lot of other stuff to offer, which I'm going to show you once we get inside. This is going to be a really good review today. I love these old towns. All right, enough gum flapping. Let's go on in. Got a really cool bar over there, you see. Look over here trying not to get people in the video. But even though we're in Indiana, they got some of the finest Kentucky bourbons right up there on the shelf. Selection of drafts, imports, bottles, they got everything. Nice quaint little bar here you can put your elbows on and eat lunch. All right, let me show you the butcher shop aspect of what we got going on here. Homemade sausages, hot links. Look at that Italian sausage. Pork chops. Those got to be at least 2-inch thick pork chops. Look at those steaks. That's prime beef right there. I might have to grab me a couple pounds of that ground beef to go and cook it up tonight while I'm passing out candy for the trick-or-treaters coming up to my driveway. I think they got some pretty good prices here compared to, going to like supermarkets and stuff. Plus you're getting prime beef. Man, look at those sirloins. All right, before I start the tour of the place, I got to show you this. This is the lard off the beef that they cut and they cook it down into beef tallow. And that's what they use to deep fry their products here. Look at there at that fresh home cut beef. I told you they cut it all in house. Yeah, I just now recently discovered about this beef tallow. A lot of places are going to that now. It's a nice, quaint little place here. I got me a little table over here in the corner, a cozy corner. That way I can get over here and not intrude on anybody and also watch the people go by up and down the town square here. All right, you see there, pretty simple menu. You know what I always say, do a few things great instead of a lot of things mediocre. That's my motto. And as I said, when you saw they're carving up that fresh meat back there, I have to get the Karv burger. And they also have other sandwiches hot. Cubano. Oh, and look, you saw that pastrami back in the deli case. I might have to get that reuben. Yeah, that's right. I'm getting more than one sandwich. Quit fronting. Sirloin dip. Might have to get 3 sandwiches. You saw all that fresh ground beef and all that. So I had to get the chili too. See there, it's got ground beef, beans. I told them to give me all the fixings. You got fresh jalapeno slices there. I'm sure that's going to jazz it up real good. Get it all mixed up. Now, of course, this is a man-sized bowl. Ain't no child's portion. You can get a cup, but you know I had to go for the bowl. Let me go ahead and taste it naked before I accentuate. Real tasty. They ain't scared to put the chili powder in it either. I think I see 2 different kinds of beans in there. Well, here's an interesting plot twist. This has got corn in it. Of course, you know I gotta add onion. And I'm gonna go ahead and accentuate. All right, little change of scenery here. They had the music playing and they don't know how to turn it off. So I had to relocate because you know YouTube just loves to put a copyright on somebody's videos. Got that extra hot crystals mixed with the heat of those fresh jalapenos. I just felt it hit the back of my throat. I don't know if I've ever had corn and chili before. It's good. I mean, who don't like corn and who don't like chili? So throw it all together. Really good. I'm across from downtown Louisville over here outside Charlestown, Indiana at Juniper Ridge Subdivision. Today I want to talk to you about KGF Homes. KGF will get you out of that apartment, quit wasting money on rent, and put you in a brand new home. With KGF, you don't have to worry about paying the higher mortgage percentages because I can guarantee you, with their mortgage partners, you can get in cheaper than any mortgage you can get from your bank. So when you hear the initials KGF, it doesn't mean kinda got fat. It means keep God first. So give them a call, set up a showing, and own your new home today.
And don't forget to tell them Goodall's Country Kitchen sent you.
I told you I was going to get 3 sandwiches because everything in there looks so good. I just can't limit myself to one thing. So I got the sirloin dip, which comes on this fancy brioche bun with grilled onions and melted provolone cheese. Quit fronting. pour and a side of au jus. All right, even though it has the dip, I like mayonnaise. I like my own dips. First, a little au jus dip, then a mayonnaise dip. This is shaved sirloin, prime sirloin, as tender as my mother's love. Now I got to try their homemade potato salad. I think I see bacon, red onion, celery, very light mayonnaise base, by the way. And you can tell it's fresh, homemade. The textures of the potato, homemade for sure. Wash it down a little diet. I'm going to finish up round one here. Got 2 more rounds coming. I went ahead and ordered their pastrami reuben. You know, they make their own pastrami in-house. And homemade onion rings, battered, cut in-house. All right, so there you go. Stack it up, get the full cranial flavor burst. I know y'all were wondering, is he really going to take a bite out of that? Quit fronting. You already know I am. Got the rice swirl bread. It's got that sweet Russian dressing on it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Also, aside from the mayo and mustard, all of our sauces are made by us.
Cool. Okay. Even though I do love their Russian dressing, I always like to put some Dijon mustard on it, like we used to do out at Goodall's Country Store, my mom and dad's old restaurant. Used to come on pumpernickel and Grey Poupon.
It's been raining, so we haven't took these out. There you go.
Thank you. That bread is toasted perfectly. See how the sandwich holds up? It's got good backbone to it. Doesn't fall apart. Batter dipped. Here. You know I gotta have ketchup.
What's good, my friend?
Everything.
No kidding. What's your channel?
Goodall's Country Kitchen is the name of it. You know I'm gonna do a little ketchup dip. Oh man, these are so light. I know you can hear that crunch from all the way from here to Louisville. They're so light and airy. And I noticed that they sell their onion rings as an appetizer. I can see why. This could be the showstopper right here. It's the double burger all the fixings, lettuce, tomato, onion. It's got pepper cheese on it on a brioche bun. And it's got the coated fries. I already devoured half the burger before I realized the camera wasn't running. I'm going to have to do a Burmese python, unhinge my jaws. Got to get aggressive. You got to manhandle it. You take control of the burger. You don't let the burger control you. And of course, I got to do the patented ketchup dip. And I'm going to wash it down with a couple fries after. Right off the bat, as soon as you take the first snap of the snapping turtle move, it hits the back of your palate. You can taste the fresh beef. And then the second snap, you get that full cranial burst of flavor. And the fries. Fried in that beef tallow. Crispy, golden, cooked to perfection. All right, I'm wrapping things up, but before I get out of here, I want to talk to somebody that's in the trenches who knows what really goes on here behind the scenes. And that's why I got Leroy. He's the butcher here at Karv. So I know y'all have only been open since January, late January, but where did you learn the trade of butchery?
So I actually moved to Wisconsin about a year ago or so, and I went to butcher school up there. They had a grant program. I went through that and moved down here and came right here. This is the first place I got to.
Okay, well, you're a bona fide professional.
Yeah.
Went up north for training and everything.
Yes,
so I saw everything is cut and ground fresh. Do you all like outsource with local beef producers for your beef, or where does your beef come from?
Yeah, so all of our beef comes from J-Max. That's one portion of our owners. They own a big farm out in Laconia. And then all of our pigs come from Blackman Farms. And then all of our chickens come from K&B Liberty, which is just up the road this way. Everything comes within a 30-minute drive of here off the farm.
It don't get no fresher than that. You know what I'm saying? All right, so that's good to know what goes on behind the scenes there with all the meat and the local outsourcing and everything. But what else do y'all have here that you would like to talk about that would make somebody like myself want to make the drive from Louisville to come here, you know, something that sets you all apart?
Yeah, absolutely. So all of our food here is great. Our chefs, classically trained. It's all really good food. They do good work. They've been doing it for years. And man, we're a butcher shop with a bar, a restaurant,
I noticed that.
And a meat case.
That's a cool looking bar. Yeah.
It's a very wild aspect. It's something new.
Do y'all have like happy hour specials y'all do or anything like that?
Yeah, so we're having happy hour 2 to 5 p.m. and it's half off all draft beers.
Half off on draft beers?
Yes, sir.
I'm a draft type of guy, so you can't beat that with a stick.
No.
All right, so if anybody's looking up, trying to find you all, where can people look up on social media and find information, you know, things to eat, specials, anything like that?
Well, we have a website that online, and also our Facebook. We post weekly specials and all kinds of deals on what we're running.
All right, well, I can honestly say I can tell by not only the great food, but the atmosphere, the ambience, and right here in the old downtown Corydon, y'all are going to be here for a long time. I'm going to make that prediction right now. All right, Leroy, I really appreciate your time. And y'all don't know nothing about this Karv butcher. Know the facts of why I'm on a mission. You're always welcome back to Goodall's Country Kitchen.